I asked over 46,000 kayak anglers to tell me their favorite kayaks of all time. These were the most recommended. I think the last one's my favorite, but let me know if you disagree with any of the kayaks on this list. But first, dad joke of the day. What do you call dental x-rays? Toothpicks. And that dad joke is brought to us by Brian Paskey of the Facebook group Kayak Fishing Dads. If you're not part of the group, head on over there and join the conversation. Number one on our list of the most recommended fishing kayaks per the Facebook group Kayak Fishing Dads is the Wilderness Systems Recon 120. This kayak is 12 foot 2 inches long, 38 inches wide, has a hull weight of 95 pounds, a weight capacity of 450 pounds, and a price point of $1,620. I can see why this kayak made the list, being so incredibly wide at 38 inches wide. You're gonna get super stability on this kayak. So if you're a bigger dude, a taller dude, someone that likes to stand and fish a lot, this is a kayak you really wanna look for. Now that price point of just over $1,600, it does not include the pedal drive. This is just the hull of the kayak. So if you want to throw a motor on there, you don't need to spend your money on a pedal drive. But if you want to just paddle and maybe upgrade to a pedal drive later on, you can do so. A lot of pedal drive kayaks already come with the drive, so if you don't really care for the pedal drive, with the other kayaks, you're forced to spend the extra money for it. In this case, you don't have to get it now or ever. The seat that comes on this kayak is a really high up seat, so you can sit a little bit more comfortably, again, making it easier to stand up if you want to stand and fish. It's adjustable front and back, up and down as well. And another bonus of the seat is that it's a 360 swivel seat, so you're able to turn in your kayak. Again, if you have maybe not as much flexibility to grab the stuff behind you, you could turn your seat, making it easier to grab your gear. And number two on our list, according to the Kayak Fishing Dads Facebook group, is the Hobie PA 14. Now this kayak is 13 feet 8 inches long, 38 inches wide, has a hull weight of 148.5 pounds, a weight capacity of 600 pounds, and comes in at a whopping price of $5,899. Yes, almost $6,000 for this kayak. And there's been a lot of trash talk on Hobie from others, from myself, for all the issues they've had over the last couple years, the service, the quality, the drives, the whole lots of issues with Hobie in general. However, you might have heard recently that Bass Pro Shops has purchased Hobie, which in my opinion is a great outlook for the brand, because now you have a corporate giant that's able to kind of uplift Hobie back where it was in essence. That said, this kayak showed up a ton of times on this post about being one of the favorite kayaks, both the PA 14 and the 12, which is the smaller baby brother to this kayak. Regardless, this is a huge kayak, extremely heavy at almost 150 pounds. So you're not gonna be rooftoping this most likely. You're gonna probably be truck bedding, if not trailering this kayak. So it's a big heavy kayak, but it's made for big heavy anglers as well. Lots of weight capacity to this kayak at 600 pounds. It can handle the chop, it can handle the stability, just making it a great option for bigger guys, for people who wanna go in big water, turbulent water, things like that. One of the big selling points of this kayak, whether the 360 drive or the 180 drive, is that the fins are very popular with shallow water fishermen. You can go really shallow in this kayak while continuing to pedal, and it's great for grassy, weedy, just messy lakes in general, because they don't get caught up in the fins as much as they do on a prop-driven pedal drive. It also includes Hobie's patented H-rail system, allowing for tons of customization from the front all the way to the back of where you place your fish finder, your cup holders, your organizers, your gear, your rod holders, all that stuff. You can really do a lot of great things with the H-rail systems of this kayak. And if you've ever seen one of these kayaks in person, you know you get a ton of storage. That front hatch is bonkers how much you could fit in there, as well as the rear tank well right behind the seat. There's also a tackle management system right in front of your feet on the floor, where you can store 3,600 tackle boxes also. This kayak's also known for having one of the most comfortable chairs. Now the chair itself is rated for only 300 pounds, while the kayak's rated for 600 pounds, but the chair is fully adjustable as far as going up and down, the stiffness, the lumbar support, all that stuff. It's a really nice chair. In fact, if you were to lose or break that chair, I think it's close to $1,000 just to replace it. And the next highest rated fishing kayak is the Titan X 12.5. This kayak is 12 feet 8 inches long, 40 inches wide, has a hull weight of 172 pounds, a weight capacity of 500 pounds, and a price point of $3,699. This is one of the newer released kayaks on our list, coming out just under 2 years ago. It's a huge kayak. You heard me say 40 inches wide, incredibly wide, but also incredibly heavy at 172 pound hull weight. So again, maybe not something you're gonna throw on a roof rack. You might be better off with a trailer with a kayak like this. But what you're gonna get with that weight, again, is a very stable platform. It's incredibly stable with that width, so if you want to stand up and fish, if you're a bigger angler, then this is the kayak you might want to be looking at. It does come with a Propel pedal drive from Native. It's a very highly rated pedal drive, and it's one of the few kayaks that you can have your pedal drive up and also accommodate a captain's bridge, so you can keep your screens in front of you or your gear in front of you, however you want to do it. This kayak is also highly riggable, so if you want to add a motor to the bow, a motor to the stern, you can easily do that. It's made with the power plate links, so you don't have to actually drill into the kayak. You can drill into the plates themselves. And Native includes the Pivot Pro seat, again, giving you 360 movement on your kayak. If you need to turn around, if you want to fish backwards, whatever it is, whatever you want to do, you have that flexibility with this seat. You get tons of storage. Again, you get that front hatch, you get that tank well, you get horizontal rod storage along the sides of your kayak if that's your thing. You get access into the center of the hull, allowing you to rig it a lot easier. You also get underseat drawer storage, so you can organize your soft plastics, use it as a junk drawer, whatever it is you want to do. This kayak's also available in a 10-foot version with the Native Titan X 10.5. And a quick heads up, if you're just getting into kayak fishing or you're looking to dial in your setup, I put together a free beginner kayak loadout PDF. It's got all the gear I recommend, PFDs, safety essentials, rigging tips, and more. Just hit the link below in the description to grab it. And the next highest recommended kayak, according to the Facebook group Kayak Fishing Dads, is the Bonafide PWR 129. This kayak is 12 feet 9 inches long, has a width of 35 inches wide, a hull weight of 102 pounds with a weight capacity of 500 pounds. And this kayak is just under $2,000. Now this kayak is a little bit more narrow, but that means you're gonna get a faster kayak, a little bit more of a nimble kayak, and it still has a higher weight capacity of 500 pounds. One of the great things about this kayak is that it is made for motorization, hence the PWR in the name for power. You can easily throw a bow mounted motor, a stern mounted motor. There's plenty of places to store batteries, even if it's a bigger battery like a 36 volt for an NK300, there's plenty of storage space on this kayak. Plus, Bonafide was an up-and-comer in the kayak game, but honestly, I'd say they're one of the top players in the game, and this is an extremely popular kayak for river fishermen, lake fishermen. It's just stable, it's fast, and it's jam-packed with features. You also get a spot for your catch board if tournament fishing is something that you like. You get tons of storage underneath the seat, again, as a junk drawer for your soft plastics, for another battery, whatever it is. And the next one on our list, according to the Facebook group Kayak Fishing Dads, is the Old Town Autopilot 136. I love the Autopilot. This kayak is 13.5 inches long, 37 inches wide, has a hull weight of 158 pounds, a weight capacity of 660 pounds, with a usable weight capacity of 512 pounds, and comes in at just under $5,000. Now this is one of the more expensive kayaks on this list at just under $5,000, but since it's been out for so many years, don't neglect looking for a used kayak. You can find a lot of these used ones on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. And this kayak is really one of the ones that set the scene for kayak motorization. It's not the first one to be motorized, but it's one of the first ones that come out of the box ready with a motor to drop right in the middle of your kayak. And on top of that, it's arguably one of the most stable kayaks on the market. Just talk to anyone that has an autopilot. They're gonna tell you it is incredibly stable. And like I said, it comes with that motor, which is a 45-pound thrust motor. It's a little bit underwhelming as far as power, so it's not the fastest kayak. However, one of the benefits of that motor is that comes with spot lock, meaning that you could just hit a button on your remote and it will lock with the GPS and keep you locked within 5 feet of where you press that button. So if you're fighting current, if you're fighting wind, whatever it is, it'll keep you locked in place so you can fish that area. It has a huge open deck space with up to 3 feet in front of you on this kayak. Tons of room for customization along the sides. If you had a captain's bridge along the front, you could really do a lot with this kayak. One of the downsides, along with the underwhelming motor, is that there's no storage in the front as far as a front hatch or a front tank well is concerned. It does make up for it though with the rear tank well Tons of space back there. If you want to put multiple Black Pack Pros, dry bags, coolers, it can accommodate so much back there. You get a battery compartment right under your seat, so it's out of the way and it doesn't have to go behind you into tank well. And you get a small dry hatch on the side of your kayak. It's enough to fit the remote, your keys, your wallet, things like that. You're not gonna fit a whole lot in there though. And the next one on our list is the NuCanoe U10. This kayak is 10 foot, 10 inches long, 41 inches wide, has a weight of just 72 pounds with a weight capacity of 500 pounds and comes in at a price point of $1,649. Now this is the widest kayak on our list, giving it that tremendous stability of 500 pounds. Again, great for bigger anglers, great for tall anglers, great for taking a lot of stuff with you, especially if you like kayak camping, which is getting more popular now, and you can take a lot of stuff with you on the water. The rarity of this kayak is not so much the high weight capacity, but it is the fact that it's paired with a low hull weight. It's just 72 pounds, which is very light. It's considered at that weight a throw and go kayak. You can easily rooftop it, throw it on your truck bed. You don't need a trailer for this kayak, and you still get that high weight capacity and stability. It comes with a 360 Fusion seat, so you get that 360 motion in your seat. You sit high up, gives you more versatility and movement. One of the things anglers like about it is that open cockpit space right in front of you. Lots of space for big fish, for accessories, for customization, captain's bridges, whatever you think of. If you need something with a big open cockpit, this is a kayak you want to look at. As far as covered storage goes, this kayak doesn't have any. However, you can put the gear pod in the front. You have to buy that separately, but that allows you to put some things in the pod to stay dry, some batteries, maybe some things you just don't want to get wet, but it's not incredibly big. But you also get plenty of space behind you. You get tons of rails, lots and lots of rails in this kayak. The next highest rated kayak on our list, according to the Kayak Fishing Dads Facebook group, is the Bonafide XTR 130. This kayak is 12 feet 7 inches long, 40.5 inches wide, has a hull weight of 170 pounds with a weight capacity of 730 pounds and a usable weight capacity of 560 pounds, and comes in at the price of $2,899. When this kayak was first announced at ICAST in 2024, it almost broke the internet. People were saying it's not a kayak. People saying just get a bass boat, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. Whatever you think it is, it made this list and it is extremely popular. It is a very heavy kayak. Again, at 170 pounds, you're going to want to know how you're going to transport this kayak. And it has a huge whopping usable weight capacity of 560 pounds. It's the only kayak on this list that's made for more than one angler. You can easily add a seat in the front, allowing you to take your buddy with you, your kids with you, or you don't add that seat in the front and now you can walk all over this kayak. It has an upper deck that's meant to be stood on. It can handle the weight capacity of a heavy angler in the front. It's got so much room for customization, it's ridiculous. In the front, it has two huge front hatches for storage. Whether you're putting tackle in there, multiple batteries, extra gear, whatever it is, you can accommodate in there. You also get a ton of space behind you. You get that 360 seat, so you can spin all the way around. You can walk on the front of this boat, the middle of this boat, behind the back of this boat. It's made for ultimate versatility, walkability, and stability. Whatever you decide to do with this boat, you probably don't want to paddle it on a regular basis. It's made to be rigged with a motor, again, on the bow, on the stern, whatever it is. You can pair it with almost every popular motor that's out there. Again, if you want to take your kids, your wife, some friends with you fishing, this is the kayak you might want to look at. And the last kayak on our list of the highest rated fishing kayaks, according to Kayak Fishing Dads, is the Old Town Sportsman 120. Now this kayak is 12 feet long, 36 inches wide, has a hull weight of 116 pounds, a weight capacity of 500 pounds with a usable weight capacity of 384 pounds, and comes in at a price of $2,899. Now this kayak's been around for several years, being released in 2020, so it's been field tested by a ton of anglers, and I gotta say this is still one of my favorite kayaks. It was my first kayak. It's still one of my favorite. The pedal drive is legendary and even comes with a 5-year warranty if you're buying the kayak new. It's incredibly stable with that double U-hull design, allowing you to stand up, move around. Great for bigger anglers as well. The front hatch is huge. You could put 8-foot rods down either side of there. I've stored 6 rods in that front hatch. your batteries, your dry gear, whatever it is, you can fit a ton in there, as well as the rear tank well behind you. Lots of different space that you can use and accommodate on this kayak. You get a dry pod on the actual pedal drive itself. The pedal drive floats, so for any reason it were to fall out of your kayak, it's not gonna sink down to the bottom of the lake. And if you don't want to pedal this kayak, you can easily add a motor as well. You can add one to the bow with an adapter, or you can put one on the stern because it has a 4-hole pattern there for either a power pole or a motor if you want to add a stern mounted motor. And if you thought this video was helpful, YouTube thinks you might like this one right here. So until next time, guys, peace and God bless.